14 longest movies in the world that challenge your patience. You have been stunned by the number of 2,248 episodes of the Indian series The 8-Year-Old Bride. Just looking at the number of episodes, you feel bored when you don't know if you have the patience to watch the whole series. However, this is not the only movie with a huge length. Looking at the list of the world's longest films below, you're sure to be even more shocked. The longest TV series in the world. 1. The world's longest running TV series, Guiding Light, 1937 to 2009. Guiding Light is an American radio and television soap opera. This is one of the longest running series in the world, with 18,262 episodes and aired for 72 years, from 1937 to 2009. Guiding Light has had several new storylines and actors throughout its broadcast history. At its release, the film had a story centered on Pastor John Rutledge and the lives of those around him. Then the film is about a German immigrant family in 1948, the Norrises family in the 1960s, the Marlers and Spalding's family in the 1970s, the Coopers, Lewises and Reardon's family in the 1980s. 2. General Hospital, 1963 to 2021. Which country is the longest film in the world? The United States is home to some of the longest running movies in the world, and General Hospital is one of them, with 15,000 episodes. The series also holds the record for winning the most daytime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Drama Series, with 14 wins. The content of the film takes on the theme of medicine, telling the story of generations of doctors at a hospital in the eastern United States. Hospital doctors always face obstacles in their career and life. 3. As the World Turns, 1956 to 2010. The world's most serialized series As the World Turns has 13,858 episodes. This is the third longest television series in the history of American television series. At first, the series had a duration of 30 minutes each episode. After that, the popularity of the film made the producer increase the duration to 60 minutes. As the World Turns revolves around the conflicts between two families, one middle class, the other rich but troubled. Besides, there are descriptions of the life of doctors and lawyers, two professions that are considered admirable and bring high income in American society. 4. The longest movies in the world, Coronation Street, 1960 to present. Coronation Street is one of the best British series in the world. The series is 10,332 episodes long and shows no sign of stopping. This work attracts a large number of viewers, averaging 7 million viewers per episode. The content of the movie Coronation Street depicts the bustling, colorful and lively working-class community in England. 5 Days of Our Lives, 1965 to present. Days of Our Lives is an American daytime television series that airs on NBC. So far, the series has had 12,673 episodes. It is one of the longest-running television series in the world, having aired almost every day of the week since 1965. The film's content focuses on two families, the Hortons and Bradys, with their work and daily lives. 6. The world's longest-running series, Neighbours, 1985 to present. Neighbourhood is an Australian drama series. The series first aired on 7 Network in March 1985. So far, the series has had 7,315 episodes and is still unfinished. The film's content revolves around family problems that members face. Everyone has their own complicated relationships, their own problems. And what the film depicts is very close to reality, which most of us also encounter. 7. Un Posto al Sole, 1996 to present. Un Posto al Sole is an Italian melodrama film. The film is based on the Australian television series Neighbours. The film premiered in 1996, So far the number of episodes has been 4,615 episodes. The film takes place in Naples. The film revolves around the problems that family members face. Integrating into it are social issues such as homosexuality, abortion to the mafia. 8. The Child Bride, 2008 to 2022. The 8-Year-Old Bride is a TV series that has achieved great success. At the same time, the film also caused a lot of controversy in Indian public opinion for a long time. The series currently holds the record for the longest-running TV series in India, with 2,412 episodes. The film entered the top 10 most searched keywords by Vietnamese people on Google Vietnam in 2015. The 8-Year-Old Bride is set in a small village in the state of Rajasthan, northwest India. The film is about Anani's life, from the time she was an 8-year-old girl until her death. The film deals with the problem of child marriage and many social evils in India. The longest standalone movies in the world. In addition to the world's longest films above, the following works are individual films, belonging to the world's longest-running movie genre. 1. The world's longest stand-up movies, Gone with the Wind, 1939. Gone with the Wind is an American film, adapted from the novel of the same name by author Margaret Mitchell. The content of the film revolves around the American Civil War and the Reconstruction period from an American perspective. At 3 hours and 58 minutes, this is the longest American dubbed film ever made to date. Despite being quite long, the film still proves its enduring vitality in the hearts of the audience when it topped the list of the 100 most successful films of all time in the US. The film won 9 Oscars and is among the top-grossing films of all time. 2. Legend of God, Ben-Hur, 1959. Ben-Hur is an American epic film and is adapted from the novel Ben-Hur, A Tale of the Christ by writer Lew Wallace. This movie is 3 hours 32 minutes long. The film has won a record with 11 Oscars, including the Academy Award for Best Picture. The story of the movie Ben-Hur revolves around the nobleman Judah Ben-Hur, played by Jack Huston, in Jerusalem, a city occupied by the Romans. Judah is slandered in an assassination attempt. His adopted brother, Messala, captured his entire family and sent him into slavery. After many years of hardship, Judah returns to his homeland and is determined to challenge his brother on the racetrack to regain his freedom. 3. The longest movies in the world, Cleopatra, 1963. Cleopatra is an American epic film. The film is adapted from the book The Life and Times of Cleopatra by Italian writer and journalist, Carlo Maria Franziro. Cleopatra is the longest theatrical film in the world, with 4 hours and 8 minutes, but does not make viewers tired because the content is too engaging. The story of the film is fictionalized from the character of the ancient Egyptian Queen Cleopatra VII, one of the sexiest queens of all time. The story revolves around Queen Cleopatra's shocking love affair with Caesar and then Mark Antony. 4. Once Upon a Time in America, 1984. Once Upon a Time in America is an American epic crime drama. The film is directed by Sergio Leone and starring Robert De Niro and James Woods. This movie is 3 hours 49 minutes long, a pretty big number for a cinematic work. The content of Once Upon a Time in America explores the themes of friendship, love, sex, greed, betrayal and the rise of criminals in American society. 5. The world's longest stand-up movies, Lagan, Once Upon a Time in India, 2001. Lagan, Once Upon a Time in India is an Indian action drama, epic, action film. The movie is 3 hours 44 minutes long. And this is one of the highest grossing movies in Bollywood history. The film is set in a small town in western India, which was once a British colony in 1893. Here, the people are taxed very high. Not accepting that, the villagers determined to fight back and the leader was a young man named Bhavan. 6. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, 2003. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King is also one of the longest films in the world, at 3 hours and 21 minutes. This is the final film of the previous Lord of the Rings trilogy. In this movie, Lord Sauron begins the final steps in the invasion of Middle-earth. The wizard Gandalf and King Theoden of Rohan decided to rally their armies to defend Gondor's capital, Minas Tirith, from the threat. The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King was the highest-grossing film of 2003. The film won all 11 Academy Award nominations. This is an Academy Award record and the first and only time a fantasy film has won the Academy Award for Best Picture. Above are the world's longest films that Bazaar Vietnam introduces to you. Are you patient enough to watch these movies? Let's try it out.